Hello and welcome. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. I'm very sorry, I must say straight up, I'm very sorry that this insurrection has happened in Washington DC and also the various other protests and riots in other cities around the US. We knew that violence was very likely in these last final few days of Trump's presidency. The rumour that is going around at the moment is that there are talks underway between various members of Congress that Trump should be removed under the 25th Amendment, which basically says that he can be removed for failure to carry out his duties, and it can be argued that in not denouncing the violence thoroughly, that he should be removed. He has just come out moments ago and asked people to go home and be peaceful, but he still rejected that the election was conducted with integrity and that there was no election fraud. He is still spreading his baseless lies about the election. And, there's been 60 plus court cases and he has lost every one, apart from one court case asking for a bit of extra time to provide documents, so he got an extra 2 days there. But I thought I'd do a tarot reading because I need to really kick on with Capricorn and Sagittarius tarot reading for January, but it just didn't feel right to go ahead without addressing this very critical, urgent matter of what is happening today to democracy. Okay, this is a coup attempt, a coup. Okay, America's supposed to be a democracy last time I checked. Okay, let's go to the board and let's have a look and see what the cards have to say about Trump being removed, because I don't actually know whether that will happen or not, but I think I do suspect that the Republicans and also the Democrats, everybody there, got a terrible shock. And see, this is the problem. When you have people in Parliament that are so removed from or Congress in the US case, so far removed from the average person. A lot of these politicians are millionaires multi-times over, and they are so far removed they don't understand what people are going through. So they've been in their ivory towers making pronouncements, and now it's finally, the chickens have come home to roost, and finally they've seen on the ground as they cower down in their seats with their gas mask on, cowering. They know what fear means, finally. So let's have a look and see what happens. I'm not bagging all politicians. I'm just saying a lot of them are not in touch with what's really happening in the world. Okay, so card number 1, looking at if Donald Trump will be removed from office in the next 2 weeks or prior to the inauguration. Okay, that card wants to come out. Closing my eyes now, what do I see? I see the American eagle flying here high in the sky. It's almost like I'm sitting on his wings now, on his left wing. I'm sitting on his left wing as he's flying and he's looking down at the chaos. Now, you can probably tell me, you probably know better than me if you're in Washington DC, are there fires? Because I see fires here, and this could mean two things. It could mean actual fires, that there's more violence coming with fires being lit. I didn't see on the TV coverage, I didn't see any fires. So it can also mean spiritual cleansing. On my other channel, Truth Reality U, I did a video a week or so ago, and it was the White House on fire, the purification process that was going on in the White House. And so the White House or the Capitol building, can't remember now, it was one or the other, the White House or the Capitol building. And so that's what fire means. It's a purification, but it's a particularly painful way of purifying the area. And so let me know if you know if there's been any fires, because that's what I'm seeing. The card that comes up is the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, it's about money again. Just about every time I do a reading about Donald Trump, it's, you know, the money comes up. Okay, this has come up before in a previous reading, this big building in the background, and it came out of my mouth that the White House is turning blue. Okay, so that was some months ago. And so we want to know if he's going to be removed. So some money changing hands, perhaps. I just don't even know how I can interpret this, because it means the end of a cycle where money is paid, basically. And the White House turning blue here, this building in the background, and there's some sort of celebration around it as well, a feeling of success, a feeling of accomplishment, and money changes hands. So I interpret that how you will. Don't know what to make about that. Let's see what else comes up. We'll go with that one there. Okay, I'm on the eagle, the eagle's back, the eagle's left wing, and I'm looking now. You may have heard me speak some months ago, maybe a year ago, about the wound in the eagle's head. I'm just looking at that. That's the division in the eagle's head, this great wound. It is healing a little bit. It's not as bad as what it was last time I saw this wound, but it is still bad, and it still needs a lot more attention. So there has been some healing on some level in spirit, but we're going to have this ongoing pain for some considerable time. Page of Pentacles, money. It's all about the money. That's what's underpinning all of this. This suggests there's news coming. I'm optimistic, so I always think this card means good news about money. This is probably to do with your stimulus checks, I suspect. You'll see here she's dressed in black, which means some things are hidden. And there's some action being taken, the red, and then you've got a little bit of knowledge. So I do think that's more about the 2000 coming. Because Biden is president, they'll be able to get that across the line, and because they have won Georgia now, they control the Senate, the Democrats control the Senate, and your $2,000 will be in the mail soon. But I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the 25th Amendment and Donald Trump being removed. Wow, it's all flames. I see coin. Oh, this is bizarre. Okay, don't freak out. I'm just going to tell you what's here, what I see. And you can make of it what you will. This reminds me of 400 or 500 years ago, you know, when they were regularly burning people at the stake. I see Donald Trump being burnt at the stake. There's a whole lot of bunch of coins at the bottom of the fire. Okay, so the purification of Donald Trump, do not take this literally. I am not inciting violence at all. I'm just saying that he's undergoing a spiritual process which will remove his ego to some extent. Look, I've been through something similar to this several times in my life. We all go through these periods of death in our life where the ego dies, not the actual physical body. The ego of the person is removed, and this is so we can start again fresh. And so I feel like the overriding energy here is shock. It's a shock that it's happening, okay? And all of these gold coins at the bottom. Gold coins can represent transformation. Donald Trump is being transformed in this process. Because he is the president at the minute, then that means the US is being transformed, because he is the symbol of the US. Okay, so both him personally and the US is being transformed right now. Okay, this is real. This is coming home to roost. There was a woman killed today. I believe she was a rioter or a protester. It's been reported. I mean, I wasn't there. And I believe she was shot by police. But, you know, that's not confirmed. But anyway, the fact is that she is dead. That bit is confirmed. The circumstances are hazy. So, you know, this is serious. And the National Guard have been called out, and they will shoot people. You know, what can I say? Okay, so the Eight of Cups. When it's dark like this, we don't have all of the information, of course. It's like you walk along in a direction. You have to feel your way through. It is hard to see, okay? There's a lot of ocean here, the subconscious. But she's wearing green, which means being open to growth, being open to opportunity, feeling all the feelings that are coming up. The moon here is in the waxing position, which means that it's about to grow. It's just come off the new moon or the dark moon, and it's a great time for planting seeds. As a result of everything that is happening with this insurrection, new laws are going to be passed, and you will see a spirit between the Republicans and the Democrats, a spirit of cooperation more so than before. As soon as Donald Trump is out of the picture, we will see it will not be as hostile. It will not be as volatile. Both parties will realise that whatever decisions they make or whatever they say will have very real effects on people. People take it seriously. I mean, this is so different to Australian politics. What your situation is there in the US, I don't think could happen in Australia. We had one uprising once, the Eureka Stockade, about, it was in the early 1800s, and it was about a gold tax. Some 47 gold miners were killed because they refused to pay the tax. But that's been the only sort of thing we've had, and it's hard for us to understand when a politician says something that people actually believe them, because in Australia generally we don't. We don't take what our politicians say 100% literally, okay? We just say, oh yeah, that's him again, he's saying this or he's saying that. You know, we don't believe them. We don't trust them that much, you know. They get a smidge of trust. They're probably, you know, one of the lowest in terms of trustworthiness. The surveys that have been done, they're one of the lowest professions of trust. And so it's hard for us to understand how people could believe what a politician says. And so this card here, it's like going forward, the whole US going forward in a spirit of growth, in a spirit of opportunity, even though it's still dark outside. Okay, but I'm not getting an answer to my question. But if I don't get it in here in the cards, I'll channel. There you go. I'll channel at the end and see what I get. All right, union. Yeah, well, that confirms what I just saw psychically about a spirit of cooperation between the two parties. Push me, pull you. You'll know if you follow me, I always interpret this card as a difficult relationship. It's a bit push me, pull you. You're magnetically attracted together. You're coming together on one hand, and then the pendulum swings, and then you repulse each other apart. You know, have an argument or something like that. But the angels are overseeing everything that is going on. It is a major arcana, so it is significant. And I feel this is the GOP and the Democrat Party finding union on some points, even if they disagree on others. This is the Two of Swords, decisions to be made that are influenced by the background, okay, what's happened in the past. And that's normal. We all do that. When we make a decision, we're going off our history, and history is informing the decisions that are about to be made between the two parties. Interestingly, it's been reported that the electoral vote will continue shortly tonight in an undisclosed location. So basically, that woman who died, what did she die for? this whole electoral vote counting has not been stopped. It's been delayed by a few hours only. Okay, last card. I want to know about Donald Trump being removed under the 25th Amendment. What do I see? There's a white dove here that suggests peace. Okay, so okay, they're going to come to some sort of deal with him. He might just go quiet after this. We might not hear very much at all from him. Peace is the word I get. The card is the Star. This is about hopes and dreams coming true. And now that I think these politicians have had such a fright, they might come to their senses instead of aggravating everybody, stirring up hatred, stirring up violence and aggression. The hopes and dreams of some people will come true. And you'll see here the ocean in the background, in touch with her subconscious, but grounded in practical reality. See, the thing is, Trump's got 13 days or something left in office, around 13 days. I haven't actually sat there and counted them up. Today's the 7th, so it'll be the 21st, so 14 days in office. He could do a lot more damage in that time. And that's why they need to do some sort of deal with him to get him to stop fanning the flames of aggression and violence. And so I feel a lot of quietness around him. I feel like he's chastened, that he realises that some of the things he said have gone too far. And so we might see, a softer side to Donald over the next 2 weeks. I feel also the other thing here is that they've actually said you could be removed under the 25th Amendment. Do you want that in your legacy or not? Because we will do it. So I feel like he's going to toe the line. My gut feeling is he will not be removed. Okay, so we've got two major there. It's a significant time, but I feel like it's going, the heat and the energy has come off the situation to some extent. Yes, there'll still be skirmishes and, riots here or there or issues, but the big thing has now happened. So I don't see this escalating into civil war. I know people keep talking about that. But let's have a look at that. They're the cards. Now I'm going to close my eyes and see what I can see around civil war for America 2021. Oh, I see Van Gogh's painting The Scream, with the woman sort of running down the pier or the boardwalk. Oh, I've got a terrible headache. Oh, right here. It's moving, it's shifting. Okay, so that took my breath away for a minute. The Scream, Van Gogh, The Scream. So the fear, the anxiety, all of the angst around it. But I see it's very dark on the left and it's very dark on the right. But you know what? I see a pathway in the middle. It goes down. It's sort of up and down and up and down, and it's not an easy path, but it is a path. And so we just got to focus on the middle ground and get through the next few weeks. There's green at the end here, and there's a light here at the end of the tunnel. Please don't go out into areas where there are likely to be protests or rioters. Even if you want to peacefully protest, you really need to have to weigh up your options, because protests can turn into a riot very easily. And although I believe in peaceful protest myself, I would not go out and protest in these circumstances, because the chance of real harm and violence happening is real, and I'm just not going to put my physical body under those sorts of take those sorts of chances. So yes, there's a path forward. Will Donald Trump be removed under the 25th Amendment? There's somebody here playing a flute. Now, it reminds me of the Civil War, but I don't know what the history is about the Civil War in the US, but there's a man here playing a flute. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when they were going off to war or coming home from war, they would march and play the flute. And so, are they coming home or are they going to war? Is there more? I've got Poseidon, the god Poseidon here. He has his trident. He's standing here as subconscious forces. This is like a bad storm at sea. It's like Poseidon in the ocean, stirring everything up underneath in the subconscious, all of the sand coming up, you know, the waves. If you're out on the waves on the ocean in a boat in this situation, it's extraordinarily dangerous. And so Poseidon is really stirring stuff up. I see him, this is only the second or third time in my life that I've actually seen him, you know. I see him moving forward with his trident in the water. There's a lot of symbolism around the trident. I'm not sure what it is, but I suspect it's Virgin Mother Crone, Father, Son and Holy Ghost, because of the three points of the trident. Okay, so Donald Trump being removed from office under the 25th Amendment. It's like a casino wheel. How very appropriate, because, you know, he bankrupted that casino that he had in Atlanta, I think it was. I see this is the red and black one. What's it called? Roulette, and it's going around. So it's a bit like luck, the luck of the draw, whether he'll be removed or not. It comes up on red 33. Okay, so red, the Republican Party, 33, the number of Christ. The Republican Party must pay a price. There is a sacrifice to be made by the Republican Party because of this. It still doesn't answer my question. So I'm just going to make the statement that Donald Trump will continue as the president until Joe Biden's inauguration. What do I see around that? I see an aircraft taking off into the sky. I suspect that he's flying somewhere, and I think that's true. I'm not 100% confident, but I would say on balance of probabilities, because there seems to be a lot of options available here, and that the whole 25th Amendment thing is just one option. I see the Statue of Liberty with something in her mouth, and she's holding it, like gritted teeth, like to get through this. And I've actually been there to the Statue of Liberty, actually on the ferry from New York across to Liberty Island, and she's like this. It's like, oh, gritted teeth. This is hurting her. This is hurting freedom and liberty, what is going on at the moment. Okay, but you'll get through it. Okay, so that's it. Finishes with me saying that Trump will be around until Joe Biden's inauguration. He will not be removed. Thanks so much. I'll be going on with the Sagittarius and Capricorn tarot shortly. Okay, oh my God, it's already 11 o'clock, Nelly. All right, thank you, and bye for now. Oh, if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Thanks again, and see you later. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.